Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Ken's Cuts. Thanks a lot for stopping by. In this episode, I want to talk about my mini tabletop split sales that I've had recently, and a small dilemma that I have that I want to talk to you guys about. It's about 4 o'clock here in New Jersey. Thursday it was 80 degrees. Today we're about 53, and I'm out here in a quilted jacket. This weather is crazy. I don't know if you can tell from the sky in the background, but we've got rain coming in about a half an hour. So this will be a quick little video. Just want to talk about a dilemma that I have here in the wood yard. So let me get a couple things set up and I'll be right back to you. All right, guys, welcome back. So here's the dilemma that I have. I've been selling crazy amounts of tabletop solo stove-ish kind of wood splits, mini splits, to a couple repeat dedicated customers. And I'll be honest, I've been pulling from my white oak and my pin oak smoking wood stash that's all barkless, 6 to 9 months to a year old, splitting it down, cutting it up with a chop saw, and then making mini splits out of it, which I did a short on earlier in the week. But in this case here, I had a crazy idea. In fact, this idea just came to me in the last day or two. And unfortunately, what I have here in front of me is some fresh beech nut that came in that would make ideal, perfecto mini splits. It's not nearly as stringy as oak and burns really hot. My first ever mini split order that I got, I did blend some beech and oak in for that customer. And I've migrated her over to all oak, and I'd love to get her back into just beech to save the oak woods for my smoking customers. So here in front of me, I've got a legit half a cord of very large rounds that are all unfortunately bucked to 16 and a half inches. And I bucked those up last weekend. And then I said to myself, gee, if I had these things cut to a 5-inch cookie and could run them through the splitter, it would save me having to mess around using a chop saw. Then I could just buck this all again at 5 inches with my perfect stick that I have, and it's off camera. I had it here somewhere. But I have a sliding magnetic perfect stick, and I could slide it down to 5 inches, make a bunch of cuts, and then just run it through the splitter. And if there's bark on it, this stuff is like 1/8 of an inch thick. It's not going to matter. It's not going to mean anything to anybody. They're dropping it into a tabletop stove, and it's all going to burn. The other option that I have is behind me. I've got about 1.25 cords of pre-cut, split, dry beech, or drying beech, that I just split 2 pieces off camera, and these guys measure 14 inches, 14 and a half, and then some of the shorter ones are about 11. So I could literally take these to the chop saw and cut them in half and then run them through the splitter. But it's a crazy amount of touches, and I was just wondering what you guys all think. I just split these off camera, and it's at 20.2 internally. Actually, it's dropping. It's back up. Yeah, 20.5. 20.5 internal on this one. And this one is at 22%. So if I was to take these, cut them in half with the chop saw, and then run them through the splitter, it's another step. Unfortunately, these are all bucked. So I've got quite a dilemma on my hands. And I'm not going to be doing any work today because, again, it's about 4 o'clock and my wife wants to go to dinner. And the rain that was in the forecast is actually here. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. What you would do. Would you take these big cookies, cut them down, and then leave these cookies all stacked and let them dry out, and then run them through a splitter when the orders come in? Because I'll be honest, I make these mini splits to order as the phone rings. I give, the customers, a day or two. I ask them for a day or two to allow me to get the splits together, run the stuff through the chop saw. I set a 5-inch stop, and then I bring them back out to the splitter and run them through. And that was the short that I did earlier this week. So in this particular case, if hindsight being what it is, I guess I should have cut these at 5 inches the first time through, and then left them stacked here on a pallet, and started splitting them as I can. So that's all I really got for this weekend. Again, like I said, it's 50 degrees. I don't feel like splitting any wood, and it's actually starting to rain. So that's about all I got for this one. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, which way you would proceed moving forward, because I really want to get back into this beech nut, and something's telling me short term I should just take a few milk crates full of these splits that are already in that low 22% range, and just bite the bullet and cut these in halves or thirds, and then split them down, throw them in milk crates, and I would actually be ahead of the game. So that's probably what I'm going to do, but I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, please go ahead and subscribe. Doesn't cost a penny. Hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and I'll answer all of your comments. There's a few of us out there doing tabletop splits right now. Phil Anderson's doing it. Dan at Back 40's doing it, and others. And mine I'm actually doing a much smaller size. They're about 3/4 square. I'm really getting them skinny because one of the customers has got a solo pizza oven with a little tiny tray, and the mini chunks would just be way too big for her. So that's what brought us down to this 3/4 by 3/4 by 5 size. And everybody that's got a solo mesa, myself included, I just bought a pair of them at Costco. So I will be using some of these mini splits, and it'll be great to get firsthand experience. I messed around yesterday with some cherry scraps that I had, and boy, those little suckers, boy, they do get hot, and they do eat some wood. But it's, for me, it's easy. I don't have to go buy pellets, and, we can have a lot of fun that way. So that's all I got for this one. Have a great week, guys, and I'll catch you next Sunday. Take care.